Right, we're going to be looking at, for part two, um, turtles again, but now with something called loops. Really, the whole point of turtles was to make it was to show the order code goes in, but we're also going to how can you make it more efficient. There was a lot of copying and pasting, so we're really just going to do the same thing. You can even edit your own programs. And then we're going to use loops to make it more efficient. That's what loops do. They make things more efficient. So we've looked at loops before. Maybe you did Scratch in second year. Maybe you didn't. But if you did, these will be familiar. If not, all of you did the little Minecraft editor, the 2D version. This one made it go around 6 times, and this one just made it do forever. Like, kept going on and on and on. The microbits, we did it there. We did the name tag for 50 times, and there was a forever one there as well, I believe. Now we're just going to look at the code version of it, like the typed out code version of these. So let's say here's like the old name tag program. If you were to do something like this in Python, you would say, ask for a button, say you press the A button, that's that bit there. You'd repeat 50 times. This is the bit we're going to be focusing on for I in range. And then you just print, now I've just wrote your name there, obviously you write your name. And that would work in Python. We've just turned a program, that's why we did this. It was fun obviously, but it was to learn the concepts of programming. Now we're looking at how you actually code it. So say this is the square last time with the turtle. Obviously there's 4 lines that go up above here. And there's a lot of copying and pasting. You can turn that same code with a loop to look like this, and it's only 3 lines compared to 8, so we've cut down 5 lines. Now the thing about this is it's never going to be, for shapes at least, more than 3 lines. So it doesn't matter how many angles you've got. If you've got a circle with 360 lines of code, it's still just 3 lines of code. So what does it actually mean? The 4 bit, it's got a for loop or a fixed loop. I stands for index. Index as in like a counter. It's something that you're keeping track of. So it starts with 0 all the time. Normally you're going to start with 0 99% of the time. And then you say the number you want to end at. Now, the way this works is it goes 0, then it goes round once, it adds 1 onto it, and it keeps going round until it gets to number 4 and it stops. So it just means it does it 4 times, but we'll talk about that in more detail later. If you did a triangle, for example, you'd repeat 3 times instead of 4. So really, for this exercise, just to get to grips with it, you're looking at how many corners you need, and then you're putting them in this little bit here. So there you go, that's the only difference. So there's 4 sides here for a square, 4 sides here for a triangle, and then obviously the angles. So 4 90 degrees equal 360, 120 degrees equals 360, and obviously there's the shapes. So if we look at our exercise on Python, on Teams, sorry, so I'll just close that. It's probably going to take me back to the start, of course it did. Here it is. So Python, number 9, turtles and loops. Very similar to before, once it loads. You just keep the same color bit, but we're just making things more efficient. So let me find here. So we'll keep those colors, but we're doing for I in range. Now this I can be anything you want, but just keep it as I for now. And we'll say 0 to 4. And then we go forward. Notice the indent, keep the indent. It's the same way with if statements. Anything indented is in the loop. So if we indent it here, it's considered in the loop. As soon as you stop indenting, it's not in it anymore. And then if we just go left 90, and now we can run that, and you get a square. If you change it, very easy, like you said, you'll just race through this worksheet. Let's make a triangle. We've got some sides there, 3 sides, 120 degrees. Run it. There you go, that's it. Later on, there's some, you'll just race through it. Octagon, obviously 8 sides. Circle, you'll probably work that out. If you try these, you'll get some crazy results, but I'll let you experiment with that. You don't really have to do much, you just have to copy it, and then you can try playing about with the numbers yourself. Right, hopefully this was helpful.